So I know it seems like you would expect if you went to the South to see a lot more like Americanism, uh, people that want to be left alone and just like being American, just like being the American thing, and don't want to really be bothered with a whole bunch of other stuff. You would think that the if you go back in the past to when it was like, you know, Yankee and like Yankees and and rebels or something, like they were all like super, you know, patriotic and stuff. It was true most part. I mean, the most part is true. But what were they doing when they named Baltimore? Did they want? Was there a section of people that participated in the American experiment that never wanted to be American the whole time? Whole time, they never wanted to even be American. Whole time, you didn't even know that because you thought that the Clampett or the Massa or whatever, that he was super fucking Americanism and everything. But then he was like, no, I mean, maybe you want to be Turkey. Back then, Turkey wasn't considered to be a third world, or like you couldn't trust the construction and everything, you know what I mean? One little earthquake comes through, and fucking 33,000 people gets wiped out. Could it be a message? Don't trust Turkey. Turkey is the ghetto version now? Turkey is like, but back then though, it's like, because America wasn't a superpower until after World War II. So, I mean, there's like, like if you consider the whole, there's a bunch of different sets, and some people, they wanted to be this or that. Some people wanted to be American too. So, like, that would be like, if you got to govern those people who already governed themselves as such, you hit the lottery. You hit the lottery. Easy street. Those are the best kind of citizens that you want to govern. But if you can't get to that, then you would schism away from the aristocracy, and you would want to become Hungary or something, like a Hungarian or something. Or, and then they send these like little cultist groups, Blavatskys and shit. Those are like Russians. And what else? There was a Hungarian Moors and stuff. We think Hungary is like, isn't that like Austria and Prussian and stuff? We mean, like, are they black or something? Are you trying to say that they were like black or something? And the thing is that who opened us up to fucking Islam's French? It just because we got their help in the independence to achieve independence, and French is like Algeria and Turkey and all them. So their cultists came over, and they're, they're helping us, but they're self-interested helping us. We had diplomats that were superb, like Benjamin Franklin, a lot better than John Adams, going around and mucking up everything in France. Well, as far as on our behalf, right? They both want the same outcome. But for the French to help us, I mean, they're just as self-interested as the English or anybody else. Why would they be different? So, and they have Mason, Masonic and everything. And Masons are not Hindu. What's it called? They invented Arab. There was Persian before that, and there was Turkmen from Asia Minor. There was no such thing as Arab. That's a construct of Masons. And Islam, I self Lord and Master, and they're trying to choreograph a caste system similar to what the Hindus have. As a matter of fact, if they want to go back and look as far as fashion and influence 5,000 years ago, they have to go back to the Hindus, because they're Dravidians. White people are Caucasus, the Caucasus and Kashmir and all that. It's like China and Russia and India. So America must want to be China, Russia, and India. There was like Masons, the people that are left over that are from the descendants of that probably care or know less, pretty much, the origin and everything. But they're gonna say that there's more Americanism back in the past. We still haven't. I don't think that has been yet. I don't think it is yet. So I think it will be after a cataclysmic catastrophe that almost wipes us out, but then maybe it produces the type of mentalities and the type of cohesion that allows for it to be what it will become after it doesn't, like, for what we consider it to need to be for us. We might suggest that it didn't survive, but it's just that it like Martin Luther King said, I might not get there with you. It was like, I seen it, but I'm saying, like, a lot of us are probably not going to get there. So, or most of us have. Shit, time moves on without it. But anybody can get the right perspective that they need, and it can balance you out, and it can happen in a very short amount of time. And that goes better than somebody who is all the time talking about advocate this, advocate that. Shit, they have to advocate for being able to fucking advocate with, speech and shit. But the problem is that they disallow people to talk. They're always cutting in. Like how does she do it? She's like, or I have to they'll just say, fact check or something. They're like, you cut in and then the rest of it is just all pompous and just all like pompous and schmarmy. And that's how I like to try to be, then to try to convey anything. Then you can ask direct questions that they can't answer, and it's because you're supposed to be a Nazi or something like that. Like, are you, like, what the fuck? You can't be serious. If you're gonna downgrade yourself to a fucking adult and don't get found to be trying to intellectually best 5-year-olds, you gotta go and take away Dr. Seuss, because you can't compete with people like that can creatively craft their own sigil, magic and shit. They can do astral plane sigils creatively. This is what the Masons are not supposed to do, because they're already supposed to be a fucking on a higher level with that shit. If your understanding of all that occult mysteries, since everything is supposed to be so superb, then you're not really supposed to craft that into your marketing and, for as far as like rebranding British Petroleum or something like. Nah, but it's not something that you could say that you can't do it or I can't do it, even if we're not superb at it with it. Because what happened, I think, is the alpha state of the subconscious. Maybe you can tap into the same thing, and they're supposed to already be able to recognize these, like, so there's only so many subconscious archetypal symbolism and stuff. So I'm not, the way I'm even talking about this shows you that I'm not able to talk that good talk and craft and, like the the Theosophical societies and everything. There's some people that really have degrees in philosophies and stuff. All right, that's enough.